This is Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined once again by Nick Ball. Saturday night was a massive night at Wembley Stadium. There was one man in particular who stood out above all the others. People just want to know, what's he going to do next after such a dominant display? And that man was you, Nick Ball. Yeah. I don't care, all these people talking about Tyson Fury, they can take a backward step for a minute, because your performance for me was the standout one on that show. Did it go pretty much as expected? Could it have been any better?
Yeah, it was good. I always knew what I was gonna do in there, but it was just doing it on that show in front of that many people, and it was a great opportunity, and I took it with both hands, didn't I? And got all the exposure that I deserve and what I need. And now I think everyone's taken to me, and I'm starting to become popular now, so it's good. Yeah, I'm made up.
So the WBC silver title fight with Isaac Lowe, featherweight. When you were walking down to the ring, I know it wasn't full, but it was still pretty busy at Wembley Stadium by that point. Was there any kind of nerves? Were you taking it in, or were you shutting everything out?
Yeah, there's always nerves with fighting. It was just like nerves like any other fight, but more excitement more than anything, you know. I was nervous, but like you've got to control your nerves. Obviously can't let them get the better of you, but yeah, it weren't too crazy. It was just normal. But then it was only when I sat down after the fight in the post-fight interview and looked up and seen where it was, I was like, yeah, what crazy that what I've just done there, like. And then had a good look around and then sit down and watch the main event then. But I still can't believe it now, to be honest. I'm still on like a bit of a high and made up, yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Now, Isaac Lowe, he talked a good game in the build-up, and he was very game on the night as well. Did anything he do in there surprise you at all?
Not really, no, to be honest. You can't say he's not tough. I hit him with some bombs in the second round. He got back up. After I dropped him, I hit him with a few more bombs. He took them. He is tough, yeah, but his definition of tough and my definition is completely different, and that's why that talking's for talkers, and the whole in the build-up. I don't like talking much. I just show me action in the ring, and that's what I've done, and I'll continue to do that.
The cut he suffered was pretty bad, but he fought on through that, but then he couldn't withstand the punishment for much longer. What did you make of the finish? Because I've seen some comments he's put out, I think it was last night, that I don't totally agree with, but I want to get your take on it in terms of the last kind of 10 seconds or so.
To be honest, I shouldn't have stepped off him. I hit him with the first left hook, and then stepped off him, looked at the ref. The ref didn't do nothing, so I went back at him. But now that I've watched it back, I should have hit him with the left hook and carried on. But I actually, if you watch it properly, I step off, look at the ref. And before that, though, his head was outside the ropes, because we were on the inside, we were working on the inside, and I turned him, shoved him into the corner, and I waited for his head to come back into the ropes. As soon as it did, bang, clipped him with the left, stepped off him, looked at the ref, and then the ref didn't do nothing, which is not my fault. No. In this boxing, it's protect yourself at all times, and then I finished him with the finishes, with the 3 left hooks.
Did you expect the referee to step in at that point? Because his head was through the ropes. I saw some of the comments last night. He seemed to suggest it just kind of accidentally ended up through the ropes. But a lot of people watching on the night seem to feel he turned his back. What did you make of it in the moment?
He did turn his back, and in this boxing, you can't turn your back. He turned his back, and he was like that, like he didn't want to know no more, because he didn't. Because the fight from then, to be honest, I was only in second gear. I was just getting into it. It was going to get nasty after that, in my opinion. So, yeah, to me, when I was in there looking at him in the eye, in the second round, he threw a combination at me. And if you watch it back, I say like that to him, I said, come on. I said, come on, you're meant to be tough, aren't you? Like that. And in his facial expression, he just thought me supposed to do my in with the ear like that. So I just feel like he didn't want any of it, yeah, to be honest. But he is tough, yeah, but that's about it.
And thoughts are immediately going to turn to what's next for you, because although you were looking at kind of British title shot previously, now you've done that on such a big stage. Does that kind of put you a little bit beyond British title level now? Because people aren't going to be saying, we want him to fight for the Lonsdale belt now, are they? They're going to be looking at, I don't know, European level and then eventually world level.
Yeah, that's what I'd want to do in my opinion. Obviously, the British title is always like a boss title to win. As a British fighter, everyone wants to fight for it, but like after going from that, like it is like fact that's above British level. So it'd be stupid. You'd be taking like a backward step there, really. So yeah, just whatever Paul and Frank thinks, whether to move on to European and world, as you said. But I feel like I'm ready for that. So I'll just do the fighting and let me get the fights, and I'll get in with anyone, me.
I saw something Paul Stevo put on Instagram. I think it was earlier today with the video clips of the last 4 fights. I think it was you, Brad Strand, Andrew Kane, and probably Peter McGrail, maybe Joe McGrail as well. Maybe there were 5 on there. What is the secret to the success in the ERT gym at the moment? Because it's finally getting some prominence beyond the amateur level. Yeah,
about time as well. Getting the recognition it deserves, because what we're doing in there is different. I feel like it's like fighting back in the day, like the throwback fighters and stuff like that. The work that Paul does with us on hands, it's different stuff. And now that we're getting the platform to show it, everyone's taking notes. But it's only the start, in my opinion. I feel like now it's about to blow up. Yeah, so it's what Paul does. We're all different fighters. But Paul coaches in different ways, like to each of our to each of our styles. So it won't be all the same, getting coached the same. One thing might work for Brad, and then it might not work for me. And then one thing might work for Andrew and stuff like that. You get me? It's all different, but the way he coaches it's next level stuff.
Have you noticed the reception of you starting to change? It's only been a couple of days, but in terms of like your followers on your socials, people commenting, I know there was a lot of comments that you've been retweeting as well on over the last couple of days.
I'm actually onto you now, and the phone is just going. I wish you could see it, just going boom, boom, boom.
I can hear it.
Trying to swipe up, but yeah, it's vibrating, but like it's just non-stop. It's mad, to be honest with you. And since I got off the train at Lime Street, everyone's wanting pictures with me. Everyone's supporting me. I can't thank them enough. It's boss like. I'm made up.
It must be. Have you spoken to Frank Warren at all since the fight?
No, Paul has though. I think he was on the phone to him this morning. He's made up as well. He was like, "What a superstar this kid's gonna be," and stuff like that. So, he's just gonna talk to Paul about like some future fights and my next fight, where it's gonna be and stuff like that, and what for. So I'll just be waiting to hear on that.
Did it surprise you that you got the opportunity? Because I know in the past you haven't always felt like you're one of the more favoured fighters at Queensbury, but the biggest show of the year, and you were in a very prominent position.
Yeah, definitely. When I got told, I was like, yeah, whatever. Because normally I believe everything what people say to me, but like now I just take everything with a pinch of salt. So when I got told, I was like, yeah, I'll believe it when I'm on a poster, or I'll believe it when it's happening. And then now that it finally happened, I was like, now that really did happen, and now like I'm made up, yeah. But I was, as you said, I was surprised that I got in it, because there's so many other fighters out there. But to be honest, I feel like I deserve it, and now it's showing in it, and it's only going to pay off, and things are going to get better from here, definitely.
What are the things you'd like to do in your career, aside from winning a world title, which everyone wants to do? But what are the kind of boxes to tick that might top Wembley Stadium?
That's going to be hard to top.
Yeah.
That experience is going to be hard to top, definitely, because it doesn't get no bigger than that, does it? But one of them, well, not one of them, still there, Danny?
Yeah, still there.
Yeah, obviously the world title, definitely, but fighting in America, Madison Square Garden, definitely, and Vegas, just America, definitely. I feel like it's a boss place. I've got family there, so I definitely want to be fighting there, 100%.
And you said you got showered and that, came back, watched the main event. What did you make of it?
We were sitting in the media stand. Was you there as well?
No, but I know how far away it was.
Yeah, we were there, so I was watching it, and I've never been in like a stadium like that. There was a little screen. I was watching on the screen, and I was watching on the telly, and then in the ring, and then I got lost with it a bit. To be honest with you, I was just on my phone. My phone was non-stop, and I was just looking around thinking, this is insane. I've just boxed in that ring. And then before you know it, you hit him with that right uppercut. It was a boss shot, but it was the fight was quite like, not boring, but it was a bit.
It was quite boring. You can say it.
Yeah.
It was a bit boring.
I'd say boring, but it weren't exciting exciting fight, was it? So, and then that shot was a good right uppercut or whatever it was, and then that was it. That was the end. Yeah, but I was more just over the moon with my fight, to be honest. Just everyone messaging me and thanking people for the support.
Have you celebrated?
Yeah, celebrated with my mates and my family. I don't drink though, me, so
No, yeah.
I've just celebrated in person. Went for some food last night, and I'm gonna go for some food again tonight with my family. Go for a nice Italian or something like that.
What was it Isaac was saying beforehand? A pint and what was the other? I can't remember what food he said.
Chocolate cake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have it separately.
Yeah. Off his head, isn't he?
Yeah, well, we'll see. He wants a rematch. I'm assuming that doesn't particularly appeal to you.
No, definitely not. Well, he said in the press conference, didn't he? If I can't beat Nick Ball, I need to retire. So he's got one job to do, and that's retiring it. Stick to his word.
All right. Really, really appreciate your time. When are you going back in the gym?
A week off, Paul's give me a nice week off, some downtime. So next Monday.
Good stuff. All right. Well, yeah. As soon as you get a new date or whatever in the books, we'll have you back on. If you're not too big for us by then.
No, never be too big for you, Danny. Nice one, lad.
Cheers, mate. Take care, and yeah,
Nice
enjoy it. Enjoy it.